we think the media should move forward. The first one, and a very critical one given the context we are in. The government should not do anything that denies the free flow of information to the public. I repeat that. The government should not do anything that denies the free flow of information to the public. We say this because we have received reports of plans to shut down the broadcast media and to shut down the internet and to throw the country into information darkness ahead of tomorrow's demonstrations. This would be most ill-advised and a grievous assault on Kenya's democracy because it denies the Kenyan citizens and the Kenyan public their rights to information. From the media perspective, taking this route will sink us all as a country. Number two, we acknowledge that the right to peaceful assembly is a foundation of a democratic and tolerant society, as enshrined in our Constitution 2010. And we, the media, have a democratic duty to bring such information to the public and to our citizens. However, we note with concern the wave of attacks, both online and offline, meted against media workers in their line of duty. Number three, while safety of journalists should be guaranteed, the Kenya Media Sector Working Group notes with alarm the increasing number of journalists targeted by law enforcement officers. Since the demonstration by the Azimio La Umoja coalition began on March 20th this year, we have documented more than 20 cases of attacks and violations against journalists, including harassment, arbitrary arrests, and physical attacks, with state actors responsible or encouraging a significant proportion of these attacks. Number four, we take great exception to the profiling of the media and the blunt threats by the Deputy President, by the Prime Cabinet Secretary, and by the Inspector General of Police. Such sentiments coming from offices with prime responsibility of protecting the media are shocking and unfortunate. We call upon all actors in Kenya to stop profiling and attacking of journalists, as any attack on journalists is an attack on our democracy. Number five, we demand that the Director of Public Prosecutions and the Inspector General of the Police and the Independent Policing Oversight Authority to ensure accountability for all threats and violence against journalists through impartial, prompt, thorough, and independent and effective investigations. We call upon them to bring to book the perpetrators behind these attacks while ensuring access to effective remedies and compensation to the victims.
Statement, we will try and help each other in reading the statement. So I'll pick from where the President has left. Number 6, we demand that the Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP, addresses the nation to give an update on the status of investigation so far and plan for prosecution of the attackers. In this regard, we hereby issue a statement to the DPP, a 7-day ultimatum to deliver a statement on the status of investigations and prosecution of those culpable. We also ask upon the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, IPOA, to update on the nation on the status of investigations of police brutality against our journalists. Number 7, Article 34(2) of the Kenyan Constitution makes it very clear that the state shall not interfere with any person engaged in broadcasting, production, or circulation of any publication or dissemination of information by any medium, or penalize any person for any opinion or view of the content of any broadcast or publication. We also demand that the government commits to compensating journalists already armed, including paying for their medical treatment and replacing damaged or lost equipment, failure to which media houses should consider blacking out government events. When it comes to live coverage, our policy position stands that in every media house, while entitled to do live coverage, needs to have the proper equipment and deploy the proper technology that can allow delayed relay on the feed of the live coverage that may be used for purposes of incitement and vilification of others. We also demand that the government broadcasters are encouraged to conduct proper risk assessment and to deploy equipped personnel and technology that can ensure coverage that adheres to the highest journalistic standards and ethics. Media houses must also prioritize safety and welfare of journalists covering conflict situations. This is one of them. We demand that clear safety and protection protocols before they employ journalists or deploy journalists to cover situations that are potentially violent. Journalists deployed must be properly insured against such risks and must be provided with proper personal protective equipment, PPEs. Number 12, while we acknowledge welfare issues facing media houses already, we demand that the media houses commit to a plan to settle journalistic outstanding salary arrears and statutory remittances to respective authorities for the benefit of journalists. Number 13, while media freedom is effectively guaranteed under the Constitution of Kenya, existence of other laws that are inimical to media freedom continues to hamper investment to the media sector. We therefore demand for a review of these legislations. To ensure sustainability of media houses, policies need to be put in place that encourage reinvestment of profits into the local media industry. Finally, number 15, media sector associations reiterate their commitment or our commitment collectively here to see that the media sector fosters cohesion and solidarity. Collectively, we reiterate our commitment to freedom of expression and media freedom and stress that the government of Kenya has a responsibility to take action to accelerate greater accountability and the respect of the rule of law.
Thank you so much. I will just briefly tell you a few things in Kiswahili. Sisi kama viongozi na wanahabari tulikusanyika hapa ili tuweze kuangalia yale matatizo ambazo na changamoto ambazo tunakumbana nazo kama waandishi wa habari, na tuna ujumbe ya kwanza ni ya kwamba tuna habari ya kwamba kesho serikali iko na nia ya kufunga televisheni na redio kadhaa kesho pamoja na internet, ili Wakenya wasijue ni nini itakachotendeka kesho. Tunatoa ilani ya kwamba iwapo serikali itachukua hatua hiyo, itachukua mwelekeo huo, basi hatutakuwa na nchi. Maanake tunajua kwamba waandishi wa habari wasipokuwa kule ambapo tutakuwa na maandamano, basi kuna mambo kadhaa ambazo zitatendeka na Kenya. Kama that on Monday we had last Monday and even on Thursday we've seen targeted attacks on journalists, and if we don't raise our voice and seek solutions, then we think we are taking a very dangerous path that all of us as a country and as professionals, we will find ourselves in a very difficult situation, in a deep crisis, that navigating out of that crisis may take us years and ages to go back to where we are as a Kenyan media that is respected in Africa and all over the world, that every country in Africa is looking up to us as a well-developed and a free media in Africa. So you can imagine what will happen to the whole continent if Kenya, that everybody is looking up to provide leadership where they can also come and benchmark, and we are sinking, then what are we telling the whole world? So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this press conference where we want to highlight different issues that we've discussed as the media in Kenya. So we, the Kenya Media Sector Working Group, met at Manzoni Lodge on 1st of April 2023 to deliberate on the state of the media in the wake of current events. As the Kenya Media Sector Working Group, we stand for an open, free and democratic society. A society where all can freely exercise the right to freedom of opinion and expression, including seeking, receiving and imparting information and ideas. This is fundamental for democracy and liberty. Free and plural media are indispensable components of this. By providing accurate information and diverse viewpoints, they enable the public to participate in societal engagements, make informed choices, and hold our government to account.
Out of these deliberations, we've come to a number of resolutions, some of them calling out various authorities.
Pili, tunatuma ujumbe kwa naibu wa rais Ruto Gachagua na pia kwa Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi kulingana na matamshi yao jana kuhusu vyombo vya habari. Tunasema ya kwamba ukitishia uhuru wa vyombo vya habari, basi nyinyi kama viongozi huenda hamtakuwa na nchi pia, kwa sababu sisi wote tutazama na tutapoteza nchi. Tatu, tuko na ujumbe kwa yule mkuu wa polisi Bwana Kome, tukisema ya kwamba iwapo waandishi wa habari watashambuliwa kesho na maafisa wa polisi, sisi tutachukua hatua kwako kibinafsi ya kisheria. Wewe kama ambaye anasimamia polisi, iwapo polisi watavunja sheria, watavamia waandishi wa habari, wataharibu mali za waandishi wa habari, watatishia maisha ya waandishi wa habari, basi wewe kama mkuu wa polisi tutachukua hatua ya kisheria. Pia tuna ujumbe kwa DPP ambaye anasimamia masuala ya mashtaka kule kotini, ya kwamba tunakupatia siku 7 utueleze umefanya uchunguzi na wale ambao walishambulia waandishi wa habari siku ya Alhamisi na Jumatatu wiki iliyopita, na iwapo pia kutakuwa na mashambulizi dhidi ya waandishi wa habari kesho, baada ya siku 7 lazima tuambie ni hatua gani umechukua dhidi ya hao watu ambao wameshambulia waandishi wa habari. Mwisho, tunasema ya kwamba iwapo serikali haitafanya kazi yake, kwa sababu tunajua serikali iko na jukumu la kulinda usalama na kulinda mali ya Wakenya. Iwapo serikali itashindwa katika hiyo kazi, basi tutakusuzia kupatia coverage serikali, na tutaanza na polisi na pia ile wizara ya Interior and National Administration. Tutawapatia blackout, hatutaangazia yale mambo ambayo yanaendelea kule. Mwisho kabisa ni kwa wale ambao wanamiliki vyombo vya habari, ya kwamba pia wao wako na jukumu la kuhakikisha kwamba waandishi wa habari wamepewa PPEs, waandishi wa habari wako na bima kwa wale ambao watatumwa kwenda kuangazia mambo ya maandamano. Lazima watu wapewe bima na wapewe PPEs ili wakienda kule wawe wako na usalama wao iko sawa. Tusiwe tunatuma waandishi wa habari kwenda kule nje hawana PPEs, na pia wakiumia matibabu inakuwa ni shida, kwa sababu tunataka kwamba iwapo kutakuwa na mashambulizi, waandishi wa habari lazima kuwa wamejikinga vizuri. Na pia tunasema kwamba serikali pia, tutakapoanza kuchukua hatua dhidi ya serikali na maafisa kadhaa katika serikali, pia tutataka kwamba serikali lazima igaramie matibabu kwa wale waandishi wa habari ambao waliumizwa na maafisa wa usalama, na pia serikali iwalipe fidia kwa huo uvamizi, na wale ambao wameharibiwa mali yao, kama wale waliharibiwa kamera, wale ambao waliibiwa pesa, lazima serikali igaramie hizo zote. Asanteni sana.
Umesahau kusema mwisho kabisa kwa wanahabari ndamano. Tunaomba kwamba muhimu sana pia nyinyi mchukue tahadhari kuhakikisha kwamba unapokuwa pale kwa maandamano pia wewe umejikinga vizuri, umehakikisha kwamba umevaa vilivyo, umeelewa kwamba umeshirikiana na media house yako kwamba kujua wako katika mahali fulani, na katika unapopata hatari yoyote ile, tafadhali kimbia mapema mahali unahitaji kupata usalama, ama jikinge na uweze kuhakikisha kwamba maisha yako wewe yataanza na wewe mwenyewe. Kwa hivyo sisi tunasema mkiwa pale nje, angalieni, mtafute wenzenu, kila mtu ajue mwenzake yako wapi, na katika kila nafasi inapotokezea kwamba ni nafasi ya kujikinga na hatari hiyo, tafadhali jikinge na hatari.
In addition to that, and also need to say this, that in the event that tomorrow we have any single case where a journalist will be attacked. By this press conference, we are also giving a notice to security people all over the country that on Wednesday we will also hold protest countrywide by journalists, and it will be peaceful protest, and we will prepare a petition. We will deliver one to the office of the Deputy President, whom we've heard saying very well that they are coming for us as the media. We will also deliver petitions to different county commanders all over the country about our journalists who have been attacked. So we are giving that notice that in the event that tomorrow we'll have any case, on Wednesday we are calling all journalists to come out from wherever you are to protest and protect our space, because what we are doing it in the interest of the public. If we lose, like it has been said, all of us will lose as a country. Tunasema ya kwamba iwapo kesho tutakuwa na visa vya kuvamia na kushambulia waandishi wa habari siku ya Jumatatu, tunaomba waandishi wa habari wote wajitokeze ili tufanye Jumatano. Siku ya Jumatano tutaomba waandishi wa habari wote wajitokeze ili tufanye maandamano ya amani kutetea haki za waandishi wa habari na uhuru wetu. Thank you. Over to you.
Any questions?